I'm not going to lie, for the last couple of mornings, I've been kind of, oh, actually, what am I doing? I always do my low, my high, my active kindness first. Sorry. Why am I going back to the old format? I should be doing my low, my high, my active kindness every time. So let's see. What was my low for yesterday? What was indeed my low? I guess yesterday I was told into doing something, and then, like, I had done it all, but I'm like, oh, wait, there's still one more thing that no one ever told you about that really could have saved you a lot of time if you did that one thing that you have to do right now first. So, yeah, that wasn't fun. What was my high yesterday? Well, pretty simple enough. My high was, yesterday's episode of Hot Ones. That was really cool. Oh, right, in that one photo that I found of Anderson .Paak at his birthday party. That was really cool, right? Or Anthony Anderson at his birthday party, I mean. Anthony Anderson. Right. Why did I say Anderson .Paak? Anderson .Paak is a different person. But, yeah, Anthony Anderson at his birthday party. That was really sweet. Had, like, Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre in it. You know, man, there was, like, a lot of great figures there, and it was amazing. Right, so there was that. Actually, there was something I tried yesterday, too, but I'll talk about that in a second, I guess. My act of kindness? I guess my act of kindness would have to be the fact that, I actually, sorry, sometimes I even realize you know what? I remember my act of kindness. My act of kindness was, I can't even remember. Man, is it really? I know it's Friday, but geez, I shouldn't be struggling with this. Right, my act of kindness was I went over to Wegmans for my grandmother and got her a couple things. I got her like one of those cartons of egg salad. I got her paper towels. Yeah, Wegmans you can only get like one roll of paper towels. So, yeah. The more you know. Anyway, right. So, paper towels, the egg salad, I got her a bathroom spray, there's a few other things, but for the life of me, I can't remember what. Right, a couple of cookies. Yeah, a couple of cookies from Wegmans. Trying to remember the layout of the store, that way I can tell you where I was. Yeah. So, yeah, it was a pretty quiet sort of afternoon yesterday. And, I'll say it was really good. It sort of reflected the kind of episode yesterday's episode of Hot Ones was. But that said, good morning and happy Friday, everybody. So, I said that yesterday the guest on Hot Ones was going to be Drew Barrymore. And this episode I felt was actually pretty darn good. Like, good in a way of like, these are the kind of questions where, granted, yes, you would sort of have to know about Drew Barrymore's, you know, growing up and, you know, family history in order to, you know, appreciate some of the questions asked. But it was really fun. Sorry, I'm sorry, like, I felt like really drowsy last night, so, like, I took a nap at, like, well, it was like a power nap, so, like, it was like 8:30 when I closed my eyes, and it was like almost 10 o'clock. I'm like, okay, I gotta get to bed. Seriously, I slept on this couch for like almost an hour and a half. It was comfortable though. Anyway, what was I? So, some of the questions that Sean Evans asked me is, believe it or not, Drew Barrymore is actually having a new show called The Drew Barrymore Show. It's a talk show, but what's interesting about this talk show is that one of the first guests that it had were Kenan Thompson and Cal Mitchell, which, you know, you remember Kenan and Cal and, you know, Good Burger and stuff like that, but all three of those people are child actors. So there's like a kinship to that in a way. That's really cool. I really appreciated that. That was really fun to see Drew Barrymore talk about, like, you know, growing up in such a radically different environment than what most people could ever dream of. Because I mean, she's a child star. She is a childhood star. She again, I mentioned yesterday how like one of her first roles was in E.T. and, you know, a whole bunch of other stuff when she was like a little girl. But yeah, it's quite fascinating to see like Drew Barrymore give her insight as to like what she went through. That was quite interesting. Let's see what else. She talked about, one thing I do remember, I mean, one thing, of course, that was going to get brought up, and the instant I heard Sean Evans ask, I'm like, oh, okay, here we go, is when she asked about, like, all the movies, because, I mean, technically only one of them is good, but she's been in 3 box office hits with Adam Sandler. They were The Wedding Singer, a.k.a. the only good one, 50 First Dates, and Blended. If you notice, each and every one of those got progressively worse. Anyway, she just talked about, like, there's just a feeling of, like, love between the two. I mean, obviously, both Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore are both married to, you know, different people, and, you know, it's fine, but, like, in a way, it's kind of like the days of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, or, like, I can't think of, like, another part. Well, like, you know that if they were single, they would both be together. But they're not. But they still, but, you know, they're married. But they still have just a love and respect for each other that you can really see the chemistry, like, on camera. I mean, in the movie Blended, the chemistry can be found via electron microscope. But, you know, it's there. And, you know, it's, you know, it's fun. It was fun to listen to. It was fun about Drew Barrymore talking about, like, her roles. Because she's not just an actor. She's a producer, an executive producer, director. Like, she's done it all. And giving her, like, thoughts and perspectives on, like, what, like, those jobs entail. Like, what she has to do. I mean, needless to say, you know, it's a lot of hard work, and heck, you definitely have my respect if you're able to do it without pulling out your hair. So yeah, Drew Barrymore, and she actually did a pretty good job handling herself with the sauce. She really did. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's still, I mean, there were times she had trouble processing things, just because the sauce was so incredibly hot and kind of like, you know, distracting her that she couldn't answer a question right away. But one thing that she did, she and her team actually tried their best to recreate the setting of the actual Hot Ones show, like a black background, a table with all the sauces, milk and water. I couldn't see if there was a paddle. I mean, because the way that Drew Barrymore's angle was pointed, like, if I can sort of do it, like the sauces would be like right around here, and the paddle would technically be like underneath that, so you couldn't see. Yeah, I adjusted that right there. But, yeah. Seriously, like, Drew Barrymore did a great job, like, trying to help us immerse ourselves into, like, the actual experience because, I mean, let's be honest, since March, the world's been completely upside down, so what is normal anymore? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so all in all, this was a really fun, really interesting episode of Hot Ones. I can't wait to see what happens next. I mean, I've always liked Drew Barrymore, but, you know, now it's episodes like this where I have a greater appreciation and understanding as to the things that, you know, she's gone through, both as a child, as a teenager, you know, now a fully grown mother with a child. You know, it's quite fascinating to see. And I honestly wish Drew Barrymore all the best. And, yeah, that was pretty much my 2 cents on, you know, that episode. I mean, you know, I really don't think I see any other channels on YouTube, like, go into, like, some sort of detail in the Hot Ones as much as I do. I mean, that's their prerogative. It's not really, I mean, I really only do it because, you know, I really do like Hot Ones. I do like talking about Hot Ones. So, yeah, it makes sense that I could discuss it here. And, don't really have much else. Oh, right, I forgot to tell you, I mentioned that I actually tried something new yesterday. And it's anything major. It's just around this time of year every year, Lay's always does, like, do us a flavor icon. Basically, on store shelves, there are, like, 4 new flavors of Lay's potato chips. And, you know, you gotta try them all. So, I actually tried 2 of them yesterday. I tried, pork carnita tacos and, Philly cheesesteak. They're both really good. Although I found myself, like, because here's the thing, this is something I know, because I have, like, a drink with me on hand. I notice, like, I drink more because here's the thing, like, the carnitas ones, they're like wavy potato chips. So, I guess there was kind of like more effort to eating them, I suppose. But I found myself like drinking more. I was actually drinking tonic and lime. I found myself drinking more of that with the pork carnitas tacos than with the Philly cheesesteak. But yeah, they were both like really, really good. I mean, what they're supposed to do is like whichever one of these 4 flavors wins, like, they're supposed to be like the next permanent flavor. They never keep it permanently though, even though they probably could be a huge moneymaker for them. Then again, it probably does make a lot more money to make than it does to sell them. I don't know I never know what the logistics are of, you know, finances and stuff. I'm not really good about that. I mean, wow, that guy was zooming by. Right, so in terms of what's going on today and tomorrow, nothing major really. I mean, today I get Rita's today. I'll be getting that later this afternoon. It's going to be awesome. Should be a nice quiet evening. And, you know, tomorrow I'll be heading up to the lake in the afternoon. So, that should be fun. Although, earlier I mentioned, like, the last couple mornings, oh, that was turned off. Last couple mornings, it's actually been kind of cold. Like, people are already calling for foul weather. And I don't know if I'm ready. Well, there's some give and take to having foul weather right now, because pretty obvious if you've been anywhere, you know that pumpkin spice is back at Dunkin' Donuts. I haven't had it yet, but don't get me wrong, I love pumpkin spice. It's just not one of those things I'm in a huge hurry to get. At least not when you consider the fact that, you know, pumpkin spice is going to be, it's only August. Pumpkin spice is going to be around for, gosh, at least until mid-November. Well, it's technically late August now, so yeah, a good 3 months I'll be good. I think so. I wonder if Rita's does anything pumpkin spice yet. Hey, maybe they will when I go. Like, favorite, share, hit the subscribe button, follow me on the social media platforms, turn on notifications on YouTube. I'm very humbled to make this video for all of you guys who watch and enjoy today. And hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. And remember, if any of you guys who want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend you in. I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.